One of the first scenes in Wolfenstein Youngblood perfectly sums up the game. Twin protagonists Jess and Steph learn that their father, PJ Blazkowicz, has gone missing in Nazi-controlled Paris, so they steal some supersuits and strike out on their own to find him. In some ways, Youngblood feels just like a spin-off. Machine Games and co-developer Arcane Studios, which you'll probably know as the makers of Dishonored, definitely took some risks on experimental ideas. Youngblood uses an RPG-style skill tree and leveling system, and while you can play the whole thing solo, the game is built for co-op. At the same time, it feels like a full, fat Wolfenstein sequel. It's a direct continuation of the story of New Colossus. Its mix of stealth and shooting is every bit as satisfying, and thanks partly to the world-building muscles of Arcane, it's a big game you could sink a lot of time into. I immediately loved Jess and Soph. They're haughty, cocky, and they share in-jokes and nicknames. They're also terrible liars, and fantastic shots. They're tough girls, but also quintessential teenagers, which is a big part of what makes them so compelling. All of the decisions I've seen them absurdly reckless and borderline stupid, but they're so earnest, I can't help but root for them. Jess and Soph are also joined by new faces like Abby, the baby who Grace was nursing in New Colossus, who's all grown up too. And thanks to Seth's tutelage, she's become quite the engineer. Campaign-wise, Machine Games says things are even less linear this time around. Wolfenstein the New Colossus let players tackle some side missions in whatever order they wanted, and every mission allowed for multiple paths and approaches. But by leveraging the Dishonored-honed minds of Arcane, Youngblood becomes much more open-ended. This ties back into Youngblood's XP system. Here's the rub. You level by killing Nazis, and you unlock new skills and spend collectible silver coins found throughout levels. You can also spend these coins on weapon modding, which has been greatly expanded with new attachments for returning weapons like the still ridiculous shotgun. By the end of my demo, I was on board with the mind, power, and muscle skill trees. These start with Jess and Soph's signature abilities, Crush, which lets you hit things, for example Nazis, really hard, and Cloak, which makes you invisible. You can use either signature ability and access any skill tree, no matter which sister you choose, and many abilities unlock new paths and secrets within levels. The XP system encourages you to take down every last enemy rather than sprint past them, and the coin economy motivates you to explore every nook of the distinctly Arcane world. Youngblood's RPG elements play well with Wolfenstein's stealth or slaughter approach, as they let each type of player further specialised in their preferred method of attack. This is also a great fit for co-op, and thankfully resources like coins and ammo are instanced between players, so there's no harm in splitting off and hoovering everything up. You can play Youngblood on your own with an AI sister as your partner, but you'll miss out on some great co-op features. Jess and Soph can use hand signals to give each other boosts, for instance. Rocker Horns gives an armor boost, and the classic thumbs up, health. There are co-op crates and doors which require both players to open, and these often lead to invaluable goods like coins and extra lives. Coupled with the downed but revivable state, this makes for some intense and hilarious, oh hell, just get over here moments. Helpfully, co-op is smartly tuned to ensure that nobody gets left behind. Not only is each player's loot instanced, so are their difficulty levels. You can play on easy while your friend plays on hard, which is great not only because it makes Youngblood more accessible, but because it offsets the game's host-driven level system. So can co-op, tough teenage girls, RPG elements, and a Dishonored-flavoured world carry the torch of one of the finest modern first-person shooters? Yeah, I think so.